Sandhi.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing wrong with the projector here. This is what 950 million people around the world see when they get up in the morning till they go to sleep at night. These 950 million people have what is called uncorrected refractive error, and in spite of that, they cannot afford to pay for a simple pair of glasses. The worst is 239 million of these are children who cannot see the blackboard as a result. Can you imagine a child who cannot see a star, or Milky Way, or see birds or mountains? That's what the main big problem is. If they had simple pair of glasses, this is how clearly they would see the world. The mission of Balabhrishti is to provide clear vision affordably for children with greatest need. The cost of myopia worldwide is $244 billion. Not having glasses, simple pair of glasses, affects their brain development and their learning ability. These children are 3 times more likely to fall behind the class, and they create social liability and safety hazard. And as a result, reduce quality of life, and they cannot become productive citizens. Our solution is simple. A doctor goes to a village, screens the child. The children's frames come in 4 different sizes. My company is a triple bottom line company. That means we focus on profit, people, and planet. So the frame that you see here, some of the frames are made out of denim, which is your jeans. Some of them are made from jute, and some of them are made from wood, and they are very light. The way this works is the doctor goes with the technician into a village, screens the child, snaps the right lens that is required for them, and if it is not in the inventory, we can make the lenses, which is grinding, polishing, and buffing, in about 10 minutes. The idea is not to ask them to come back, but give them the frames within 10 minutes after they're done. So it's a quick one step from producer to consumer in one step. There are no wholesalers, dealers, nobody in the middle. You might say, what's my background in this? I'm a Bollywood singer. And for the last 11 years, I've been performing in Portland. And I have raised close to $425,000 in the last 11 years. And this money goes to 5 eye hospitals in India, helping children. And on an average, every year, we screen about 100,000 children. We provide do about 400 eye operations, and we give 4,000 glasses. So I have a very intimate knowledge of what the children's needs are on the ground. I have an impressive list of advisors from Casey Institute here locally and Oregon Health Sciences University. All of them are of international review, and a lot of them, including Dr. Carr, who has an extensive knowledge about pediatric needs. So I'm well supported by a range of advisors in my business. There are thousands of producers in the world. So we differentiate on 2. One is we provide the glasses at $10 a piece. Those who are using glasses, I pay $250 for this in Costco. I'm talking about completed frames for $10. The second thing is, it's not about, hey, come back after a week or 4 days. These are the frames we provide them within 10 minutes of their screen. So those 2 alone, combined with local manufacturing, local materials, chain problems we are having these days. Most of the material, including bamboo, is available. Bamboo is a weed and it's locally available. And we can make frames out of coffee grounds if you want. There are a bunch of material. The good part about this is when your frames are done, you can literally toss them in the garbage and the Mother Earth will take care of it. Now, one thing that I have not talked about is lenses. So I'm working on the side. I didn't want to bring it up here because we are not at the stage where plastic lenses can be replaced by biodegradable lenses as well. So that's 2.0. If you can look at it currently, the unserved market at about $60 a piece. There are 950 million people, is about $57 billion. For now, I'm focusing on children because they have 80 years, 90 years ahead of them of their life. We are talking about $10 at 239 million. At least we are talking about $2.5 billion of unserved market today. That doesn't mean I will not serve the adult population, but children are the starting. Of course, this requires a support of the ecosystem players. I've already been talking to a number of ecosystem players. Questions?
Congratulations on a great product and a great cause. It's really amazing. That is, after I started, seeing blurry as well, I know exactly what that feels like. So it must suck to live your whole life like that. So congratulations. As far as the manufacturing of the frames, so you have pre-made frames that you make out of different materials, I would assume. What does that cost you? I mean, do you make up any sort of profit so you can keep this going?
These frames, when they're handmade, cost about $1.50.
Okay.
And if I can automate the process, that's one of the reasons I didn't put the slide about what funding I'm required. First phase funding I'm looking for is about $250,000. That is to finalize the materials and everything else. For example, these still use about 5% resin that's not non-biodegradable. So I'm looking at a range. I don't know if you eat figs. When you pluck a fig, you get a white gooey substance that comes out of it. So there are a lot of those biodegradable materials that I can use. Lens, I can do that about 80 cents to $1. Just to make you a context, the two largest manufacturers in the world, Luxottica and SLR, own 40% of market share. Their markups are 700x. They own everything in the supply chain. And it's criminal. These frames, glasses were discovered in 1700 by Hans Worship. For $200, I'm paying for that. I can get a PC with billion transistors, and I cannot make these. Why am I still paying $250? I want to democratize this. So $239 in my lifetime, it is my dream to truly alleviate poverty by correcting their eyesight within my lifetime across the board. That's my dream.
Can you talk to me a little bit about your go-to-market strategy for this? Who do you actually sell to?
I've been working with India for a while now. The way it works is a lot of these surgeons and ophthalmologists, they go to a town. Because this is not a case where a customer will come to you. Because some of these poor people don't even have money to take a bus to come to you. So you have to go to them. So the model is a technician and a doctor goes to a village, screens every child that is around. You screen them, you find out what their diopter needs are, and you give them glasses right there and then. So it is, when they take their van and go to, they have a large supply of these frames and a large supply of lenses. Now sometimes you have axes and other things, but you also can have manual machines that you can buff and polish and edge them locally within 10 minutes.
I'm trying to understand though, who actually buys your product? In other words, does that traveling optometrist? Is it the national government that you imagine buying it? Is
Children and their parents buy. I have been already talking, or if you have heard about Dr. Yunus, who does microfinancing. There's a local guy in India. We won't give them for free. For about 800 rupees, which is $10, they are microfinanced, so the child eventually buys them. The doctors are actually helping them to screen, and a technician is helping them to actually snap those glasses in, snap those lenses in.
so does the doctor buy from you and then resell, or does the doctor have essentially a
Doctor is
display
a-
inventory that they go out and then the patient ends up paying you directly?
The patient ends up paying me directly. The doctor is an enabler, because doctor does what his or her job is, which is to screen and figure out what diopter needs they have. It's about taking a supply, and whatever is remaining comes back. The second doctor, he takes the same thing. And I haven't talked in detail, but we have a AI program in development where we map children and doctors who are willing and figure out how the supplies is being used and then refurbish it or refill it.